Okay, so in today's video I'm going to show you how I helped one product store generate an extra $107,000 in sales in just 30 days using only email and SMS. So as you can see, here's the proof. I know they're doing like around 400k, and we make them help them make an extra $107,000 through email and SMS. Most of that was coming from email, but yeah, let's get into it. So I'll divide everything that we've done into 4 parts, which are the main 4 core pillars that we always focus on: deliverability, sign up form, which is list growth, flows, nurturing customers, and then campaigns. So first of all, deliverability. Previously, the majority of the emails were ending in spam. This is mainly because the brand was using shared sending domain, plus they didn't have DNS records like DKYM, SPF, or DMARC. Those are the main parts of why you might be landing in spam. Another factors could be using spam triggering words, or just having a bunch of images and links that are not optimized. And by saying not optimized, I mean the size is too big. If you're using PNG with a few megabytes, it may be too big of a file. You just need to compress it into JPEG and resize it. So the action we've taken was, first of all, setting up custom sending domain. And if you do it in Klaviyo, it already includes SPF and DKYM records. So that's what we've done it. Then we also added DMARC record just to boost deliverability even more. And then in order to warm up the domain, what you always have to do is send plain text emails to smaller segments. And that's exactly what we've done. So first of all, our strategy was that, okay, we're having a decent offer, which I'll come to later on, but we had a decent offer and we saw that people are actually opening the first email in the welcome flow, which always happens. Like, no matter what brand you're running, people are gonna open the first email in the welcome flow, and you're gonna have really high open rate on this one. So what we've done to boost it even more was that for the first month, we're using only plain text email for this just one email in the welcome flow. This way, deliverability was boosted even more. We had way higher open rates, and the domain was warming up. But another thing that we've done to warm up the domain was just sending to smaller segments, plain text campaigns, and then over time we were ramping up the size of the segments. So what that means is that, first of all, we sent the first campaign to the segment of people who opened at least one email in the last 7 days. Then we sent it to people who opened at least one email in the last 15 days, 21 and 30 days, and so on and so on. Then we stopped at like 30 days for 2 weeks, I guess, and then we just ramped it up to a slightly higher segment, like in 45 days. And then right now we're like working with them for the 3rd month, so we're ramping up to 90 days. This way the domain is healthy because it's being warmed up through campaigns, plus also the welcome flow, plus we have a few plain text emails in other flows, so it's also boosting the deliverability for this brand. This was the major problem they're having, and I see a lot of brands that are landing in spam. They are not aware of that, so that's what we always start with, by checking deliverability. The result was simple. Emails were hitting primary tab, obviously not all of them, but far majority, and some of them were hitting promotions tab, where the design was heavier, and we just were landing in promotions because it sometimes happens. But most of the emails were landing in primary tab, which was our goal, and it obviously resulted in higher open rates, and this alone improved the revenue generated from Klaviyo. Pillar number 2, which is sign up form and list growth. So previously the brand had no sign up form or pop up at all, not even embedded one. So what we've done is implement, in reality, 3 sign up forms, but the truth is there are like 2. So the embedded one, pretty straightforward, like we just had it in the footer of the website. It was converting very low, but still the volume wasn't that small. I think it was like around 100 or like 1k people. Yeah, it was like anywhere below that. But then for mobile and desktop, we had the same offer. The design was pretty much the same, slightly similar. Like if we maybe tested the image versus no image, and for both platforms, no image sign up form worked better. That's why we've done, the design was quite similar, but the main difference was the trigger. So on mobile we had 60 seconds page delay, and on desktop it was exit intent only. So for desktop we always do exit intent only because we don't want to shred the margins. And the way it works is that when someone drags the mouse outside of the tab, it usually suggests that they're about to leave the website. So this is when they see people like, hey, wait, I know, here's your offer or whatever. For mobile, we had 60 seconds page delay, which I may think is too long, but in this case it made sense because it was a product where people had to spend time choosing the right option for them. That's why we made it like 1 minute. I think it was perfect, and as you'll see later on, it converted very well. So we started off with 11% off, And you may ask why 11 not 10. Well, the reason is simple, like we just wanted to stand out. Everyone is doing 10, so we like tried to think outside of the box. It's not like we came up with something completely new, but when people see like, you know, those numbers, they're like, okay, that's you know, that's weird. Like it drags the attention. So yeah, we've done that, but then we also A/B tested free gift. The conversion rate was very similar, but the brand had way better margins on free gift, so we just chose to go with free gift. Plus also the conversion rate for the welcome flow was higher. So ultimately right now we are running free gift only, but initially we started A/B test with the offer, which I always recommend you do when you're creating a new sign up form, because this is gonna drive the most results. As you can see, the conversion rate was decent, almost 9%. In the first week it was converting at like 10%, but then it dropped. Right now it's like around 9, which is still solid and convenient because previously they had no sign up form at all. And one thing to mention as well is that we are collecting both emails and phone numbers, so we can also use both to drive the revenue up. Hey, just a short break for a shameless plug. So if you're running an e-commerce store and you want to scale it by using email and SMS marketing, I'll leave a link below this video in the description so you can book a call. It's completely free. You can also go to ventemail.com and book a call with me, and I'm gonna show you how we can help you scale using email marketing. We're gonna handle your whole strategy, so we'll come up with custom content calendar, so we'll be sending campaigns that bring huge amount of sales but don't run discounts. We'll set up high converting flows, high converting sign up form, we'll do segmentation, we'll do literally everything for you, including copywriting and design, so you don't have to worry about anything, and you'll be enjoying anywhere between 30 to 50% of your total revenue coming from Klaviyo. So again, go to ventemail.com, book a call, and let's have a chat. Then for the flows, nothing new, nothing like, you know, unheard of. The usual flows that we set up: welcome flow, abandoned cart, checkout, customer thank you, browse abandonment, side abandonment, customer win back, VIP, VIP SMS, and sunset unengaged. So as the brand had only welcome flow and abandoned checkout, not even cart flow, the first thing we've done is focus on pre-purchase flows, as they had, like as I said, they were one product store and the product wasn't replenishable, so majority of the revenue would be coming from the pre-purchase flows, as we will be converting more with visitors into first-time buyers. That's why in the first week we've set up all the flows, pre-purchase flows, which is welcome flow, abandoned cart, checkout, browse abandonment, and side abandonment. And then we started with free emails for abandoned cart and checkout and browse abandonment. And then in week number 3 and 4 we made them 5 minutes long, just to make them longer, because again we just wanted to have them running ASAP. So in the first week we've set up all pre-purchase flows, and then for some of them we also added SMS. So in the welcome flow we have SMS, in abandoned cart, checkout, browse abandonment, side abandonment. In the customer thank you we also have SMS, and in the customer win back as well. So in most of them we have SMS. It just drives more conversions and more engagement. Then obviously in the second week we set up all post-purchase flows, which is customer thank you, customer win back, VIP, SMS VIP, and sunset unengaged, which is like list maintenance flow. So the one that you might be wondering what it is SMS VIP, and it was like quite simple. So after someone made a purchase, we're sending them a flow consisting of free SMS over time, where we're just sending them some offers. There's like a dedicated landing page for people who just bought. They had the VIP offer to claim within a few days. That's why we try to run this flow and boost the revenue a little bit as well. Now onto the campaigns. The frequency for it was very simple. This is what's gonna happen for most of the brands based on the list size. So again, their list size wasn't that big. When we took over it was like 10k. Right now it's around 30k, so it's slightly higher, slightly more people, but the frequency was 2 to 3 campaigns per week, aside from the week when we were warming up the domain, from the month that we were warming up the domain. In the first month of warming up the domain we were sending 1 per week, just to keep it very low volume, warm it up, because it was very important to drive this, to get all the emails to land in the primary tab to drive higher open rates. The segments that we're mainly using were non-buyers, existing customers, and people who were engaged with both emails and store itself. Content itself was introducing new products. So when we took over, the brand again was like one product store, but we tried to get the AOV up and the LTV up, because the product itself again wasn't replenishable. So if someone bought it once, they probably bought it in like a few years, unless like broke or anything like that, or they wanted a different color. But then we tried like, okay, what can we do to increase LTV? And as the product itself wasn't ideal, we started introducing some of the new products that would help people with the problem, solve this problem in some other ways. So we introduced new products. We're A/B testing a bunch of them, trying to see which one was gonna hit. This was for the majority of the campaigns. Then we also had deals that were pushing people to buy the initial product, to make this first purchase, to convert those subscribers into paying customers. And the main deals that we're trying out were free gift, which was like being offered in this sign up form anyway, and then 20% off. It was like a one-time flash sale or whatever, just to drive more conversions. And this 20% off was also being sent to abandoned checkout from the last 60 days. So we created a segment of people who abandoned their cart and checkout in the last 2 months, just to recover a few more sales, because again, like, we're onboarding the brand, we wanted to drive the revenue as quickly as you can, so that's what we've done. And then for value packed emails, we had survey plus reviews. So for survey, we're pretty much offering them a gift card for completing the survey, and then the reviews were just to push the product, show that it actually works and how happy customers are. Social proof always works well. So yeah, that's what we've done. That's the whole strategy. You can implement it, and again, it works for like the email marketing, works for one product stores as well. As you can see, 28% on the lower end for what we get for a client, because usually it's anywhere between 30 to 50. But again, for a one product store, which isn't replenishable, it's very important. The product is not replenishable. That's why you can have like replenishment flow. It's still very good results. So yeah, that's it for the strategy. Feel free to implement it. If you have any questions, let me know, but that's exactly what we've done step by step. As you can see, nothing fancy, to be honest. We just implemented the basics and focused on good copy, good design, and the customer journey to make sure that at every stage of the funnel, they're getting the proper messaging. And for the flows, to be honest, we're using these strategies that I share on my channel. Each flow, if you go into my videos, we're using the exact same strategies, and as you can see, they worked. So if you want to try it out, I'm sure it's gonna do well. Okay, that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and check out my other videos like Klaviyo tutorials and case studies. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.